Hey man, welcome back to Man Time. Today's episode, I've got something very, very special in the box. It's a rare find to actually find the exact saw my perfect saw. This is my perfect saw, and it was priced right on eBay. Let's dig in here and see what's in the box. Welcome to Man Time. Well, I'm sure everybody's heard the phrase, one door closes and then another one opens. I was having some problems with my Holtzforma G372, and I was like, man, this stinks, because I really wanted it to be a good saw, and I really wanted to have something I could compare the OE 50mm, 372 chainsaw to all my other chainsaws that are on that same chassis. And so I got on eBay and I got real lucky. And if there was one of the 372 frame saws that I would want the most, it would be, of course, a Jonsered. Jonsered, I think they called it a 2071 Turbo, or maybe a 2070. I think that's what I have in the box here. And what I'm going to do in this video is go through everything you're going to need to go through getting a junky chainsaw in a box. eBay seller said, not running, buying for parts. So, this is my part saw, Jonsered, and I want to go through all the things that you're going to want to do to get your new to you, doesn't run chainsaw, dirt cheap priced saw, back and into a good and running condition. So here we go. This one is the 2071. So I think this is going to be the OE saw. Oh man, nice and light. Again, dry weight, not often felt. Okay, we've got EM made in Canada, EM made in Sweden. Okay, none of the... Looks like a pretty complete saw, minus this piece here. And the basic things that you're going to want to go through with your really nasty new saw is basically fuel. Fuel delivery and cylinder and piston condition. So that's what we're going to go through just in this initial kind of look over. Let's get right in on the bench here and take a good close look at this saw and start going through just some of the basic stuff to get it broke down to where you can see if it's going to be a runnable type of chainsaw. Man, oh man. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm seeing we've got missing hardware here and here. That one is in there. That one's in there, and those two are in there. So just a couple pieces of missing hardware. Here and here, and then that one is actually in there, and those are going to be those captured designed screws. This side here, it's got the adjuster in the front. I didn't know that this model had that adjuster in the front, but it should have the maul. Yeah, it does. It's still got the maul, and these were all kind of like grainy pictures, in the listing, and that's probably why it didn't go for very much. Doesn't run, unknown condition. And not real close-up pictures to see that, yes, it still has the stock cylinder on it. No inside pictures, so I could open this up and find no air filter, but it does have an air filter. Good. I could find that it doesn't have a carb, but it does in fact have a carb, and it has a Walbro carb. Beautiful. All complete inside. Some amount of fines behind the filter, but not much, and pliable. This is all good stuff. Okay, so next thing you're going to want to do is, well, there's a couple things, but mainly get this cover off. And get the spark plug off. Inspect the boot and wire. Everything looks good there. Got a Denso incorrect plug, and this is why you don't want to use that type of plug. That thing always loosens up and gives sometimes intermittent spark. But we'll remove our Denso plug. Oh boy, not happy coming out of there. Hopefully these threads aren't messed up. And get your flashlight out and take a look at what we've got here. Okay, threads are good, thank goodness. Look down on top of the piston, and oh, lovely. Lovely. Oh, it's clean. It is clean in there. Very, very nice. And it turns over. Oh boy. Okay. I got lucky on this one. Not often do you get a good deal that's actually a good deal. Normally you get like a good deal because of something very wrong happening. But I don't see anything wrong. So maybe I got lucky here. Let's continue on to step 2, which is fuel delivery. That's going to be all this. I'm going to blow it off quick here, and then we'll get in on the bench, take a good hard look at it. Oh, this is Denso Japan. Anyway, W22MP. I've never seen a Denso on a chainsaw before, so. Alright, choke works. Let me blow all this off. Well, here is my new chainsaw, and I can confidently say that just after giving it, a once over. I blew it all off, sprayed it down with brake clean, blew it off again, and then hit it with some blaster around some of the metal parts, some of the stuff that was starting to rust, like here and here, and then blew it off again. Oh, I'm missing another bolt there, and I think that, no, that's a shorter one. So I could be in for some problems with that, and they may have wrenched that one down really tight. But all right, moving on. Yeah, this is my dream saw, and I mean all it is a 372 non-X torque OE. I don't even think it'd be the XP model because it's got the low back versus the high flow air filter on it. But this is Jonsered's model. This is the 2071. This is exactly what I wanted. Looks to be about 25 years old, but let's real quick check compression. Yeah, plenty of compression, so we're good there. Let's next check spark. Wow, we've kind of got it right here, and we're already kind of doing that before we do anything else. And to check spark, I just like lay the plug down. Turn it on, of course. Yeah, plenty of good hot spark there. Oh man, there's a definite possibility of getting the saw running today. All right, I don't need the plug out for anything else. I did spray some blaster down there. Check the cylinder threads; they are good. So we're all clear there. Next, or first, way ahead of myself here. Let's check this fuel filter. On a steel saw, anything on a steel saw that is beyond 10 years old, you really want to check the fuel line, vac pressure, test, whatever. I just don't trust the steels. And I don't trust, basically I don't trust a used saw anyway. And my point there is I'm going to go through the carb. I'm going to go through the carb regardless. But I'm definitely going to check the filter. Plenty of flow through there. So the filter in all rights is good. I would replace it, but I actually like the looks of this filter. The stacked felt, and the weight of it, and the fact that it's not bad. Like, it's still able to suck mass amounts of fuel. And I actually like the felt filter, so filter's good. Moving on to carburetor. Fuel delivery and impulse. Impulse line still very pliable. Let's get our choke lever off of here. Actually easier with a flat head. Yeah, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take the, of course, take the carb off of here and pull it apart. I don't take chances when it comes to fuel delivery anymore. Actually, my last Jonsered that I got, the carburetor screen, the filter inside the carb, completely filled. Like, not one more little piece of sawdust could have fit in the chamber that houses that filter. Completely filled. Still ran. Piston was scored. Cylinder had transfer, but still ran. And then I tried to actually cut with it, which was, big mistake. Big mistake. I did actually check the trigger and throttle cable. It is working. So I'm not gonna, normally this, the dead man whatever switch that's hanging out here will impede the operation of the throttle cable, but in this case it does not. So, let's see if we can get this fuel line working off here. It was funny also on, I think my 365, this impulse tube coming out of the carburetor, it was actually pinched, like somebody had dropped the carb, and the line was pinched right there at the bend. Very interesting deal that happened there. Don't need a set of whatever heads those are. Alright, from here we should just be able to pull it on out. What's holding it over here? Anything? No. Okay, there we go. Don't want any of this gunk, that gunk going down into the cylinder. So now I'm going to blow this off. Ooh, a little dirty down here. I'm going to blow this off with compressed air, and then we'll get in on the bench and take it apart. Now I thought I had both of those red deals when we started. You guys see one of those go flying? Let's get started here. I am down to one K10 HD kit, and I ordered some more. Bill's Place on eBay. Outdoor Power Equipment, I think, is his official site there. Okay, so right here, yeah, screen just slightly filled with some goop, and just slightly here, and actually no deformation in this, I guess you could call it a valve body. Everybody says like there's a pumping side and a metering side, and some people call this the pumping side. The pump is actually the engine, like the bottom end is what does the pumping. Okay, so I'm going to blow this out and just put this back together, and then we'll hit the other side. So this is where we might be running into some problems here. Non-running saw, cheap price, like basically half of what the going 372 was, which is weird because Jonsered is pretty well known to be like a better saw, but the naming scheme that they used is a little bit confusing. So some people may not know, that the 2070. In fact, I didn't know. I was calling it a 2171. Who knows what's it? Hoping it was going to be like a 372, but that's what I was hoping for. I was hoping it would be the Jonsered version of the OE non-X torque 372. That's the dream. Right, and that's what I got. So I am extremely happy. Ooh, nice and clean. And when I say blowout, oh man, that's nice and pliable. I don't think this is there's zero resistance. This is pliable rubber. I am going to take a peek while we're in here. This looks too good to be true. There's something not right here. Something cannot be right. Wow. Yeah, so this is a new kit in here, and you can tell because of right there. See that little red? That's where they've got like an aluminum looking type of coating on that rubber, and I don't know what it is. It looks like silverfish or something, you know. You ever seen one of those? They coat the rubber on the needle. This is perfect. Again, picks up, sets down, picks up, sets down. I mean, this is, and what you're looking for is, again, directly in line with there, and it is. It's like, it's touching and not moving. Perfect. So I don't see anything wrong with this, but the search continues because this is supposedly a non-running chainsaw. So why is it non-running and why is it cheap? Does everybody else just not know what I know or something? Okay, we'll keep digging. Next is taking the exhaust off, I guess. Alright, the exhaust removal goes a little something like this. Two little stubbies down here. And then two that go straight into the engine right there. Oh, it sparked. You can see that spark? That is why we use the blaster. Yeah, that thing was rusted, seized on there. Oh, that wasn't even the one I wanted to take out. Son of a gun. These Friday nights are rough trying to work on stuff. Whew. Getting a little lightheaded. I don't know if it's the blaster or the Jameson. Could be a combination of the both. Brake clean. Blaster. Oh, well, that wasn't tight at all. Yeah, and yeah, case in point, this is why you, yeah, not tight. This is why you want to go over all this stuff, right? Put it back on with Loctite, of course. But yeah, this is stock can. Yeah, stock. Oh boy. She's clean. She is clean. Wow. This looks like a new unused muffler. What? There's no carbon in here. There is zero. This is a new muffler. This is an absolutely new muffler that's just been rusted. So this must have had some sort of frontal impact, destroyed. Why would it have... Yeah, I don't know. And I guess that's the, you know, risk and benefit of getting an unknown saw from someone who doesn't know what they're looking at. You know, or somebody that got the saw from an estate sale type of thing. You just don't know. And in this case, it's a good you don't know, right? Alright, here we go. A little tough to see, but piston is very clean. Yeah. So right now, I'm just confused. Chainsaw doesn't run, don't know anything about it. Don't ask me any questions about it. I just got it from somewhere on eBay. You know, it's why someone wouldn't take it to a shop or something. Sprocket definitely needs to be replaced. But right now, we're 0 for 2 in finding any problems. And we've searched the fuel system, and we've searched piston, cylinder, and exhaust. The exhaust, no joke, and this exhaust can is brand new. There's 0 carbon in here. Like all over, nothing. So, let's put that back on. Dive into this clutch side. Obviously there was something wrong. I've got 2 bolts broken off. I'm assuming there's another bolt broken off behind the dog here. All easily fixable with a drill and an easy out. So let's move on to the behind the clutch, and then I'll tackle the hard stuff, which is getting those screws, those broke off screw heads out of there. All right. Okay, last piece of the puzzle is whatever is behind this clutch. And there's no easy way to have the camera work in the way where you get the best vantage point, which is right here, right? Alright, so this is completely destroyed. Gonna need a new one of those. Clutch moving. Not coming off, though. Chunks of metal. Check. Brake not on. Brake works. Yep. Clutch hub not coming off. Okay. That works. Now, what did we learn from that last video, boys and girls? Bearing is not completely dry. Clutch hub, disgusting. Clutch, disgusting. Okay, so what I'm going to attempt to do... Nope, not what I'm going to attempt to do. What I'm actually going to do is get a piston stop. I knew there was a reason I didn't want to tighten this spark plug back up in there. Get a piston stop, get my clutch removal tool, and a wrench, and take it off the right way. Alright, so this is basically the only way to get a Husqvarna clutch off of here. This clutch tool available on eBay. Just look up Husqvarna 365 372 clutch removal tool. This will pop up about 100 times. And just pick the cheapest one, because they all basically are the same thing. And then a piston stop. So I've got a metal piston stop. I've got that in. I've got the piston right up against it. And now we just grab our wrench that we just had. And that is regular 3/8 type of drive. And from here, basically, just grab the heaviest thing you can find and hit it. It'd be nice if you could, like, kind of lock the, lock the chainsaw into something, but I've only got one screw. I'm not going to rely on the amount of pressure I'm putting on one screw to do this part of it. So I'm going to rely on a couple hard whacks. How is that breaking those on that side? I guess it can. Anyway, I'm going to rely on a couple hard whacks here. Maybe the more expensive tools won't do it. But the cheaper ones will break the clutch ribs there. And I've done it several times. Oh, I got it. Yes. Yeah, so if you don't do that, basically what's going to happen is the ribs, the narrow ribs on either side of the clutch are going to break off. If you try to use an impact and do it that way, same result. Same result. Okay, I think lefty brings it off. Yeah, lefty brings it off. And then, nope, before we do that, we are going to blow this out one more time. and then get in here, actually take the oil pump off. I'm just going to replace the seal. Oh, shoot, no, I just used my last seal kit. Well, here again, we're playing detective. See this, the worm gear? It should not fit inside of there. It's missing a significant amount of material off of either side of this. Luckily enough, somebody was selling OEM used ones that were good on eBay for about $8. So I got one of those coming. Next up, we will try to get this apart. I've taken out the screws for the oiler, so this should come out of there. And with a dry oil tank, it should be a little bit easier than if it weren't. I want to inspect all of this. We can actually get this off and kind of moved out of the way without interfering too much with anything else. So, see if we can make that happen. Hitting a little bit there. Okay. Got it that far. There we go. And the main reason I want to get this out of here is I want to check to make sure rotation is free. Oiler's rotating just fine, so that's not a problem. I do want to blow all this off, so I'm just going to completely remove that. And I'm actually going to blow this out. Well, I still can. Okay, so here's where we are. Got this completely blown off. Nothing looks bad or in bad shape. And like I said, this is what I was checking for. With that oiler worm gear completely gone, I just wanted to double check, like, oh, no. It's definitely got a rough spot in it. Spray some blaster down in there and let that soak in for a little bit. Yeah, there's a rough spot in there. Why is that? Alright, well, there's really no good point of view. But what I'm thinking is, so this sleeve is locked on there. I had a beer about it last night, and then that turned into 2, and then I was calling people. It just wasn't a good situation. So I left it sit with blaster all inside right here overnight. And what I'm going to try to do is kind of shock it back to life. Because it's seized. It's seized to the crank. And what I was doing last night was trying to grab it with a pair of vice grips and pull it out. That might still be the best option there. Yeah, this is a new one for me. I have never had a situation where the sleeve is just locked on there. I really hate to grip onto it too tight here. Oh, I think I saw it move. Yes. Okay, so I don't know what was the key factor, whether wrapping it was or not, or soaking it in blaster overnight, but it was super seized on there. So I don't know. Little O-ring behind here? There is a little O-ring behind here. Okay. Well, just what I was dreading. This seal. The seal is pretty hard in a few places. Yeah, you don't want the seal to be hard for sure. But yeah, the O-ring is squished, but intact. I'm going to clean this up a little bit and slide it in there and back out a few times to see how we're doing. As far as crank movement, 0. Yeah, 0 crank movement, so all good there. Well, at this point, I'm just completely procrastinating. I don't think I have another set of seals. I just put my last set, I'm pretty sure, in that G372 Holzforma saw, but I haven't looked yet. I'm holding out hope, so I'm doing other things. But yeah, we got 2 broke off screws right here and right here. I want to see if I can get those out. What you really want to use for these, and the process that I do, is soak them down with Blaster, which I've already done. So they were actually soaked down overnight. Then take an automatic center punch, start whacking them, right? And then take a reverse drill bit, or a left-hand drill bit. These ones are actually really good. Drill Hog USA, 100% lifetime warranty. I mean, what more could you want from a set of left-hand drill bits? Drillhog.com if you're looking for some of those. Not a sponsor, and purchased with my own money, and no affiliate links or any of that stuff. Just a good product that I like. And then, because if you try to drill it with a regular bit, oftentimes it will start drilling down. Hopefully, I mean that's the whole point to the lubricant and then the center punching is to get them freed up. So. Oh, yes. Okay. I got a little scared there. I was like, is the bit breaking? What the hell's going on? Yeah, there's that one. So, that one worked as planned. Now this one I may have to take the handle off. Because I'm going to be drilling sideways. Yeah, I should probably take the handle off. Alright, well I'm going to try the same trick on that one. After about an hour and throwing everything I had at it, breaking a bit, I finally got the threads out of there. Son of a gun. That was not fun. Not fun. Okay, back to the matter at hand. Do I have a seal kit? That's the real question. We've got this one figured out. Yeah, these threads start to engage about 4 to 5 threads in. I'm going to need one size up for that one to get that dog on there. But the problem is I really need seals. Alright, let's take a look behind door number 2. See what we got back here. Pretty sure I'm going to have to replace, you know. Maybe I did loosen that one up by hitting it with the brass first. I don't know. That felt pretty easy. Yeah, I think basically regardless, I'm going to want to replace these seals. So let's see what's behind door number 2. Oh, I'm on the magnet. Lots of dirt. That's what's back here. Lots of dirt. Alright, well, lucky me, I had one more set left. Highway gasket set. So, let's get this sucker out of there. It is not feeling good. So, I am going to pull it. And I've got a replacement. Yeah, it was just hard. Once this sleeve ended up actually getting out of there, yeah, it was definitely too hard to trust. Quit hanging on to my stuff. Okay, let's see. Yeah, bearings are solid. I've got both sides off. I'm just going to replace the seals while I'm in here. Yeah, 0 up and down play. I did hear slight amount of crankshaft wrist pin play in there, but it's almost imperceptible. Boy, this is embarrassing, doing 2 seal videos, one after the other, but this is what happens in real life. Oh, I felt it going down on that side. See if we can fix it. Looks like we may have done it. Let's come down on this side. And then just slightly here. A little bit more here. Yes. 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 Okay. Equal spacing all the way around there. Good to go. Wasn't so bad. Alright, let's get this side back together while we're over here. Time in advance? Yep. I think so. It's not that hard. We'll run it. I want to run it stock. I want to see what a stock 372 feels like. So then I can compare, look back and see what a stock 372 2071 does. For baseline type of stuff. Easy enough. Let's just put this whole side back together. Why not? Alright, well, the night has snuck up on me. But I do actually have a few of these OEM Husqvarna O-rings. So, I'm going to go ahead and slap one on here. And then it's a little bit easier to get the seal in straight if you first install it onto the sleeve. And then you can kind of see where it sits on the sleeve at the same time. Go down there. Okay. That's on there. That's on there. Socket. Okay, I think we are 2 for 2. Yes, successful installs. Perfect. Alright, well, it doesn't get much better than that. put this thing back together. I'm going to talk to you guys tomorrow. It's getting dark. Alright, so we continue on regular maintenance on this 2071. And basically, the deal here is pull rope. The pull rope is just disgusting and hard, and like it makes the saw feel like it's not a good saw. So I'm going to keep the original handle. I'm going to use some of the paracord that I use. I think it's 5mm. The paracord is just a whole lot smoother, and I've never had it break on me, so I don't know. I think I'm just going to do a regular little knot here. I don't think there's any way that's going to pull through. Get it nice and tight. Yeah, not going to pull through. And not impeding anything there. This is pretty nice. It's got the, deal integrated there. And then let's wind it and just see like how much we can fit on there. And kind of go from there. Yeah, there's the amount that I can have on there. Oh, now we're stretching. Okay, so let's just... Yeah, that is more than enough. We'll cut it right there and burn the ends. This is just, basic routine maintenance stuff. Yeah, this makes it so much nicer. So much nicer. Just the feel of it, So close. Oh, just barely. Just barely. There it goes. Now this one we probably want a little bit bigger of a knot. So figure 8, basically like this, and like that. And then you come down and through. This one makes a little bit bigger of a knot. There we go. Good. Okay, now we can wind. Actually, at this point, we can just hook it up here. Make sure it doesn't fly off. It's oiled up. Good to go. Okay, so it is creating tension going this way. Okay, I think we're good to go there. Maybe one more. Yeah. Good to go. Okay, next on the list. Oh, one other thing. I did find like some missing pieces. Yeah, so I've been working on a few things. One thing I did find, these bushings that go on the brake flag there. They sell those in like 10 packs from China. You know, it's basically just a big bushing, and that makes it a whole lot easier to go through this process here. They had some weird, something with the wrong threads just kind of shoved in there, so that, you know, that kind of sucked, but there we go. And the way this works is, basically you can screw down this screw all the way as tight as you want, and it's not gonna, impede the brake flag from working. It's the way that works. Alright, man, that's gonna do it for part 1 of the Jonsered 2071, the best, my perfect eBay mechanic special chainsaw. Man, this thing is, it wasn't in as rough shape, but it was missing like a lot of parts, and obviously it wouldn't have worked, you know, without that oiler worm gear working. So there's still some more to do. So I'm going to end it here. I'm going to go into part 2, where I'm going to start checking the engine, doing the timing, probably going to replace the ring, checking the bottom end bearings, like the whole gambit of making this saw like road ready. That's what we're going to do in part 2, and then maybe in part 3 we will take it to another level, depending on how it runs. So hopefully next video we can get it all fixed up where it can run in the wood, and then we'll see if we want to change anything. That's going to do it for today on Man Time. Guys, get out there. Have you some man time too.